Hello and welcome back to Minhkyo Poetry Corner. Today, episode 8, we're going to be exploring if AI, artificial intelligence, can feel pain, sorrow, loneliness, heartbreak. So, I'm going to use the same format as the previous episode. One piece written by myself, as well as two others written by the AI. I'll be switching up the order so we can play this game one more time. But I think this is a really cool idea, so please take a listen and let me know what you think in the comments below. Without further ado, let's begin. As the light begins to fade and the shadows start to invade, I feel the weight of my last breath and the finality of death. The leaves fall gently from the trees. As I lay here on my knees, I see the world in all its beauty, but I know it's time for my duty. I've lived a life both long and short, filled with love and with hurt. I've laughed and cried, I've won and lost, but now it's time to count the cost. I see the faces of those I've loved as they gather around me above. They smile and weep, they hold my hand, and I know I'll soon leave this land. I'm not afraid, I'm not alone, for I know I'll be going home, to a place beyond this mortal sphere, where there's no pain, no fear, no tears. As I close my eye for a final time, I'll take one last look at this earthly climb, and with a smile on my face, I'll leave this world and find my place. So death, you are not the end, but a journey to a new start, a new bend. I'll leave behind my mortal shell and find peace where I'll dwell. In the depths of sorrow and despair, I find myself questioning the air. Why does love bring such misery, leaving my heart aching with agony? The emptiness within me grows as memories of you still linger and expose the flaws and cracks in my broken heart, tearing me apart, tearing me apart. Why do we love when love brings pain? Why do we seek it again and again? Is it worth the tears and the sorrow for a love that may not be here tomorrow? The nights are long, the days are cold. My heart is heavy, my mind is old. I search for answers in the stars above, but only find silence, a cosmic shrug. In this vast and lonely universe, I am but a speck, an infinitesimal verse. But even in my smallness, I feel the weight of love, of loss, of fate. And as I wander through this mortal coil, I'm left with nothing but my toil. For in this game of love, we all must play and risk our hearts, come what may. But perhaps in the end, it is worth the cost to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. If I could tell you the future, what price is it that you'd pay? That your faith would be swayed in the little words I'd have to say. If the devil is in the details, he obviously wouldn't give it away. And if you did know how it all ends, or is doomed to repeat, would you have still any spirit to stay on your feet? If you saw the chains of fate were inescapable, would you still try all that you were capable? Curse it all, I say, and curse it more as you fall, because even if destiny pulls you in with its gravity, staring back at you, pure despair and tragedy. Well, what the future holds might as well be written in law, but logic be damned, don't you know that love is the most powerful curse of them all? All its struggles and hardships don't deter us from reaching for one another in faith and hope, or at least that's how the story goes. If I could just have one more year that my body did not ache and sprain, and could serve in the uplifting of my children, family, community, society, to find the silver lining in dark times ahead. If I could have one more month, I would travel the world and see all the corners where my loved ones have taken root, and maybe have sprouted seedlings of their own, so that we can make precious memories in their warm homes, laughing and crying, deep embraces filling the halls. If I could have one more week to write my last will and testament, I'd make sure my family finds it's the best I've ever done, working around the clock and against the setting sun, to stretch my mind in all its infinite beauty, to show the world what was left in me. If I could have one more day to feel the warm sun on my skin and dance to that song I always seem to forget the name of. If I could have one more chance to say I love you, 'cause right now, that's all I can really think to. Goodbye. Wow, that was quite something. I'll give everyone a moment to finish wiping away with their tissues. Toss it in the bin, because it's, once again, time to play our game. Poem 1, 2, or 3. I wonder which one it could be. Go ahead, take your guess. Give you another moment. Well, for this week, it was poem number 3. But if I'm honest, those were all pretty sad, pretty good. Once again, the AI has surprised me with its prose. And if you guys had a good time, please drop a like, share with someone who would enjoy it as well. Comment, let me know if you got it right this time, both times, neither times. It's all right. I appreciate all the time you guys have spent here with me. And please come back next week for more. See you soon.